Hey guys. Hi guys. Sorry I'm fashionably late. Time is flying. I talked about it on Coven last night. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but time is flying, and yeah, I can't keep track of it. So I think I'm going to, give me 1 second. I'm gonna shut one of the windows. Okay, is that lighting better? Yeah, I think it's a little better. Hi guys. Make sure, oops, okay. Chat is on. Okay, hi guys. First of all, Katie sent me a really nice, like care package for Halloween, and you guys, she got me my favorite lip gloss, among many other things. I'm gonna post it on the community page, because, you know, I just like doing that. But hey, love your glasses. Thank you, Mr. Shea. Thanks. I love these glasses too. It makes me feel like a teacher or like a secretary, but the sexy kind. Yeah, so she got me this new green apple lip gloss. I'm so excited. I'm gonna put some on now. But, you know, I've talked about this is my favorite lip gloss, so it was like so kind and considerate of her to do that for me. And it smells really good, and apparently it's like a new flavor, because yeah, I've never seen this one before. So yeah, I'm excited, and it has some little sparklies in it, because, you know, sometimes they're just clear, but yep. So how's everybody doing? Let me know how you're doing in the chat. And we have some stuff to go over. It's just gonna be a quick live. I know I always say that, but I actually mean it this time. It's just gonna be a quick live, because I have a bunch of other stuff I need to do, but I just posted another reading, which I will have the extended. Hey Blue Baby S. Hey beautiful. I'm great. How are you? I'm doing good, thanks. I had a little headache when I woke up this morning, but it's starting to go away, thank goodness. Hey Shaky Cup. Hi guys. The chat is like weird with it horizontal, because, you know, they're trying to encourage us to go out into the wilderness and put my phone vertical and then have everybody attack us and call us names and be mean to us. I'm like, I'm just not going to do that. So they're making it so I like can't see the chat, so it like pops up, but then I have to scroll back to see it. But I'm doing good, thanks. I have therapy later. I'm really excited for that. No shame in that. My therapist is like a hybrid therapist. I've been with her for over 10 years. If I can give you any like good advice, it would be like, don't give up just because you have bad therapists. Like, do you know how many bad therapists I had that were just awful until I found the right one? So like, keep trying until you find the right one, and then when you find the good fit, like, stay with them. But she's like hybrid, so I get to have therapy, and then I get to do like Reiki, so that's really cool. But I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, my head kind of hurt when I woke up this morning, because we did like a lot of channeling on Coven last night. We were on there for like 3 hours. I'm really working on getting my like time down, because it's a really long time to be on a call. It's a really long time to be doing spiritual stuff, and it's like a huge chunk out of people's days. We just, once we get to talking, we just keep going. But yeah, so that was really good. But yeah, my head hurts a little bit today from all that. But yeah, I just wanted to like give some updates. And I missed going live. Like, I just responded to all the comments, because I will like see them, but I don't always have the time to respond to them properly the way I want to. So I just did that because I really like chatting. So I wanted to come on live and chat a little bit more, and yeah. So I just posted a reading if you didn't see it. Oh yeah, I have to give a PSA. So I definitely, like, we know that I'm being shadow banned. Like, we know that I'm being punished for speaking my opinion about things that the algorithm doesn't support. And I got a comment that I responded to today that it's going so far as like someone was watching one of my videos and then they went back in their history because they had to like click out of it and go do something, and then when they went to go watch it again, like it wasn't in their history anymore. Like that's how badly I'm being shadow banned. And then the other PSA I want to make is I'm really grateful for the super chats. Like, thank you so much. You guys don't have to do that, but I'm always grateful to receive them. I'm trying to work on, you know, being more feminine and being open to receive. However, YouTube is stealing from me again. Somebody gave me a $30 super chat and they stole it, and the excuse that they gave was spam detection. And I just feel like this platform is extremely abusive, and if you don't have like a manager and a team behind you to fight against the Seven of Swords energy that is this platform, because that is the frequency that I feel this platform is at this point, like they're extremely abusive. If you don't have like a team and you don't have a manager, you don't have all these things to be like, hey, like what you're doing is illegal, then, and you're a small creator, you just get fucked over. And so like, yeah, I had a $30 super chat just wiped off of my comments, stolen from me right off my page because spam detection. They can just say whatever they want. They can just do whatever they want. They can shadow ban me however they want, simply because I don't want to feed into delusions anymore. I'm not interested in feeding into delusions, whether it's the delusions of society as a whole, whether it's, you know, how they want us to just shut up and take it when they are doing these horrible things to, you know, certain groups of humanity or marginalized groups of people. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna shut up. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna stop fighting for like women and children and other people who are downtrodden, like who can't speak up for themselves. I'm gonna keep speaking. I'm not gonna stop. They can abuse me. They can punish me all they want. They can fucking steal from me all they want. But I'm going to have the last laugh because I am righteous and true. And I know that what I'm doing is of pure intent and that my heart is in the right place. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm so grateful, like I said, for the super chats. But in my channel description, if you go to the top of my channel description, I have all my links to like my Venmo, my Cash App, and my PayPal. So if you feel so moved as to give me some kind of donation or something, I would be very grateful if you could do it through the apps that go straight to me, because then nobody can steal it and say, oh, spam detection, we're just not paying you that $30 that somebody just gave you. We're stealing it and like keeping it for ourselves. Like, that's crazy. Really think about that, guys. Like, really think about that. Really think about that. You tried to send your money to me to say thank you, and YouTube said, fuck both of you. We're stealing your $30 from you, and we're stealing it from her. Like, that's insane, which is precisely why I had to move the membership. Like, you guys know, I was doing the memberships through YouTube, and they were stealing 40% of what I was making. That's not the average, you know, like when I was trying to crunch the numbers and look up like how much they legally are allowed to take, like what's in their contracts, basically. They're not supposed to be taking that much. Like, I imagine that's why bigger YouTubers who like have managers and setups and these things, like they can have these members, or just people who don't talk shit like I do. So I just talk so much shit about the abusive behavior I see in life in general, and life in general is run by a bunch of abusive overlords, and so they don't like when you call out their abuse. And I'm gonna keep saying these words because I've had to censor myself so fucking much like over the last 5 years especially, and I'm not doing it anymore, especially as a survivor of domestic abuse, as a survivor of childhood, you know, abuse, particularly SA abuse. Like, I'm, as a survivor of SA that almost killed me when I was in like a young adult, when I was 21, like I'm so tired of not speaking about my abuse because other abusive people are trying to beat it out of me so that I don't say these words or I don't call it out when I see it. Because when I was a kid, there was no one there to protect me. Just like many of you, I know many of you who follow me have the same experience. And so if I see something that I don't like, I'm gonna talk about it, because that kid can't, you know, speak up for themselves, or that person can't speak up for themselves. Hey, hi Daisy, hi Dutch, hi everyone, hello. Glad you can make it. But anyway, I'm just rambling now about how much I hate this platform. This platform is literally my pimp. And as soon as I have the means to not be here, like, it sucks because I created the following I have here, and I created the group that we have here through this platform. So it's like a double-edged sword. Like, I can be grateful for that, and like, that's, you know, my roots, and that's how I found y'all and you found me. But it just sucks that it's gotten to the point that it is now. And as soon as I can fucking leave, I'm the fuck out of here, man. Like, and I hope that those who are meant to find me will follow me. And that's all I can really hope for. I mean, it happened with the members. Like, some people didn't shift their membership over to the website, which is fine, but some people did. And so those who are meant to find me, those who are meant to have my content, those who are meant to be in my energy, they will. Because ultimately, what the algorithms and what this platform is pushing and forcing, emphasis on force, is evil. And in the end, evil will always lose. In the end, those who are righteous and true will always come out stronger on the other end. So all of that to say that, as grateful as I am for the super chats, and I know it's like easy because you just like press a button and then you get to give the super chat, YouTube is actively stealing from me, has been actively stealing from me. So if you could take the extra step of going to my description, seeing the links for my PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, and sending things, if, like you said, there's no obligation to do that, but if you feel so called to do that, I would much rather do that, because then there is no middleman, there is no pimp that can say, sorry, we're stealing this $30 under the guise of spam detection. So that sucked, but I'm proud of myself, so I'm getting less and less angry about it. Like, it's affecting me so much less than it used to. Like, that shit used to send me into a spiral because it's just so evil and wrong. And I'm proud of myself because I'm not, like, letting it do that to me anymore. Or, like, get something for my site, and then you get something and I get something, right? So even if, like, you know, maybe you want to give a donation and you're like, wait, I can just go to the site and I can get a potion, or I can get a soap, or I can get something like that. So then you and I both win and we both get something. Or even, that brings me to my other point. Why is the sun coming in and putting terrible lighting on me right now? I guess it's kind of nice. I guess it's, look at me. Look at my glasses. Ching! Ching! Let me look at this comment. Oh, shit. Sorry. It would drive me nuts. Yeah, no, and it got to the point where I had to be like, look at God himself is like shining on me right now. Father Ra is like, it's okay, Dutch. Look at me. Actually, this is blinding me. I think I need to shut the window again. Give me 1 second. Can you leave part of your channel up so it links to us wherever you find you? Yes, hold on 1 second. This is blinding me. I need to shut this window. Okay. Yes, I will leave my channel up. I will absolutely leave my channel up. I kind of hope to be like Elizabeth April eventually. Like, kind of one of the things I'm manifesting with my life partner is that they're tech savvy. And so, like, with Elizabeth April, she found her wife, and her wife is like her perfect match. So it's like, her wife had like technical abilities and skills, and she used those technical abilities and skills to build Elizabeth a website. So she still has her YouTube, but like, I watch everything through her website because there's no annoying like commercials. There's no weird stuff where I'm like not getting notifications. Like, I can just sign onto her website and see for myself what she's posting, and there's no interference basically. So I hope to eventually have somebody who can like help me with that, so that it's like you want to see if I've posted a video, you just go, or even maybe I post it on YouTube and it gets, you know, heavily shadow banned, but then you're on my website and like with like free membership, so it's like you can sign up for the website and get like an email when I post something new. But it's like, then you see like, so maybe YouTube is shadow banning me, but you're getting the email notification from my website that like, hey, Dutch has posted. So like, that's my hope. I also want to start doing more commentary when I do meet the person I'm meant to be with, because I want them to be able to set it up so I can like show you guys a video and then like comment on it in real time, because I want to start sharing more information about hidden symbolism in entertainment. So whether that's because what I notice the most is like pedophilic symbolism, if I'm being so real with you. Like, I've been researching pedophile symbolism for 7 years, and so I have a lot of like extensive knowledge on, I guess, what they call dog whistles. So I want to share that so more people can be aware. So like, maybe you're watching a children's show with your child and you see the fucking dog whistle and you're like, okay, like, we're turning off the show, because for all you know, there's fucking subliminals in that show. Maybe your kid is playing a video game. One of the video games that the kids that I nanny love, the Poppy Playtime. I was just watching one of the YouTubers that, like, Corey, that, like, YouTuber that plays video games, and I'm sure he does Twitch and everything too, but I was watching it with the kids, watching him play the game, and there's a whole room that is just, like, the pedophile flag, but without the yellow, and the yellow in the pedophile flag is what insinuates, like, not offending. So you just have all the pedophile colors, like, in the room of the flag on this kid's video game. I just want, like, there is no informed consent, and so I want there to be informed consent. Like, I want people to know what the fuck they're looking at. I want people to be able to protect themselves and their children and their loved ones from the shit. And if you don't know, you don't fucking know, and then you end up falling into it, right? Like, even one of the kids in my life, they just had a bathing suit that was like light blue with yellow pizzas on it. That's also like the pedophile symbolism, like pizza, right? With like Pizzagate, and the light blue and the light yellow, like that's also in the pedophile flag. So it's like, you are putting, and people don't know that. So your kid's like, cool, pizza bathing suit, when in reality, it's like the pedos are getting off on the non-consent. So I want to start doing commentary like that. So I'm setting the intention that my life partner has those skills, or at least has networking to be able to provide me with those skills, so that I can then provide the masses with educational information and also protect myself and my brand and my business through my own site. So that's my thoughts on that. Does her website send out notifications to people? Yes, it does. MailChimp does that, I think. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Yes, please share that. I can't take it. I know, it's insane. But yeah, so where was I? Okay, so I was talking about how they stole from me. So just be mindful of that YouTube is stealing my super chats. So best to just go through the source of my links should you want to do that. Excuse me. Okay. All open orders are going out on Friday, so just get your order, because I only go to the post office once a week, so just make sure to get your orders in before tomorrow. And if you have an open order and you're like, Dutch, where the fuck is my order? It's because I only go once a week, because that's the time that I have allotted for it, and it's going out tomorrow. And I do 2-day shipping, so you get as soon as I send it out, it will be to you within 2 days. As long as you're in the United States. If you're across seas, it's going to be a little longer. But anyway, I just posted a new reading earlier, so check that out if you haven't. And I will be posting a members extended to that reading later today. So if you have the November, I do ship to Europe. I do, yeah. I was just talking about this on Coven last night, that depending on the order and where it's going, like, I recently tried to send a big package over to Germany, and they literally stole it. Like, I'm working so hard on getting out of this Seven of Swords energy, because like the amount of stealing that is happening to me right now, it's like I don't fucking consent to it. And that's what I say all day every day, is like, I do not consent. It's such a powerful statement that I can't stop saying, because there is so much false consent in this reality that we're living in right now, in this disgusting society that we are all residing in. And so I literally got an email from the girl, because, you know, I make those copper rods for healing. She went to the post office to try and find her package, and they literally, like, yelled at her and were like, because she was like, why don't you have, she was like, my package is supposedly here, but now it's not, like, showing up in the system, and I can't, like, track it anymore. And they yelled at her and were like, you can't, like, take legal action against us, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, what? Nobody said anything about legal action. So she felt strongly like they had stolen it. And apparently that's pretty common where she's from, especially because it's copper, because, you know, copper is valued, so they could sell it and, like, make money off of it. And so she thinks that they literally stole it. So I am in the process of charging up some new rods for her now. I did it on Halloween. I did it last night on the full moon. I was charging them up, and I'm only charging her half price, and they're going somewhere in the United States to a trusted family member, so that she's going to visit, so that she can actually pick up the package. But for the most part, people get my packages. Like, people over in Europe, people in Canada, excuse me, I've never had a problem there. This was I had an issue with Spain. Like, the package went to Jamaica instead of Spain, which was stupid. It was, like, in Jamaica for, like, 3 months. And then in Slovenia, I had a package stolen, where they, like, were refusing to give it to the person who bought it, but they were, like, saying that they were not a citizen of Slovenia, so they were able to do that to them and just, like, steal their package, because they weren't, like, technically, like, a citizen of that country. But, like, if you're living there, why can't you get mail? Like, that's so fucking weird. But yeah, anyway, that was like, you're from Slovenia? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If you're a citizen, I mean, that was the... But it was not me who bought it. Yeah, no. If you're a citizen, I think you should be fine, because that was, like, the excuse they used with her. And also, they didn't like that I was, like, sending potions. Because, like, I tried to send her potions, and they were like, this is, like, suspicious material. And then they just stole it from both of us. Like, stole it from me, because, like, I spent the money to send it over there, right? I spent the shipping, because I have a certain, like, international price, but since COVID, it's often much more expensive than the international price. And so they stole it from me, and then they literally stole it from her. Like, yeah, so we are repressed. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that, but anyway, I do send stuff internationally. I send stuff to Puerto Rico, to, where else have I sent it? I've sent it to Hungary. That's pretty cool. I've sent stuff, I'm pretty sure I sent stuff to Turkey. I've sent stuff all over the world. It's really cool. So thank you guys for ordering from me and having little pieces of me all over the world. That's really neat. So yeah, all open orders are going out tomorrow. So just get in your orders before tomorrow if you want them to go out in this batch, because like I said, I only go once a week. Okay. I'm going to be posting a new reading. I haven't done it yet, but some cards fell off the deck. And then I pulled some more cards, and they were, like, insanely powerful. It's only, like, 5 or 6 cards. But I could read it in 4 different ways. So I'm going to be posting this reading, and it's going to be one big reading. But you're going to pick, like, group 1, group 2, group 3, or group 4. And then in the reading, I'm going to be like, group 1, I'm reading the cards this way for you. Group 2, I'm reading the cards this way, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And then it'll be like, group 1, this, and this. Group 3, this, like, you know, I'm just going to hop around to the messages that I get. And it's going to be kind of experimental. So just bear with me, because it's like, when I'm reading things, there are so many layers that I see to each message that it's like I need to just be able to like spit it out freely without separating it into like 3 separate readings or 4 separate readings or whatever, you know what I mean? So you'll have to keep up basically, but I think it's going to be really good. And if it's not, then we scrap it and we don't do it again, but I need to do that for the cards that I had pulled. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that it's going to be experimental, but I think it's going to be good. I'm going to start doing crossover, like crossing people over. So I've had multiple people this year who have come to me after they've lost loved ones and their loved ones have needed help crossing over. So whether that was because they had certain unfinished business and they were not allowing themselves to cross over, or if they, you know, were just waiting. Like I had a woman, you know, a longtime client, Sasha, she's super cool. Her grandmother passed away, and we did like a whole, because she was a Holocaust survivor, so we did like a whole like special Jewish honoring of her with like Shabbat, and then we had to go get her. I'm getting chills. We had to go get her. It's not like she was stuck anywhere. She was just like in this almost like, I'm feeling it in my teeth. She was in this almost like pod of light, sleeping and like cozy, and she was like waiting for someone, like a family member, to cross her over. And her son, who had died before her at an untimely like young death, had showed up. I'm getting covered in chills. Had showed up to help cross her over. Thank you for putting my website. I'll check the chat in a second. But her son had showed up, and so basically I just had to like open up her pod, open up a portal, and then he guided her like through the portal. But then, you know, I've had clients throughout the year whose like souls are stuck. So whether it's like they're stuck because of like unfortunately, very sadly, I had a client whose loved one had taken their own life, and so they were kind of like stuck in this kind of like purgatory, but more like just like this weird like in between realm, and there was like a lot of like gross energy that was trying to keep him there. So we had to like go in and retrieve his soul and get him out. And basically, like, as much as I am tired of human trafficking and the trafficking we see in the physical realm, I am also tired of soul trafficking. I'm also tired of people not being able to find their way to the light. Crossing people over was one of the first gifts that I activated when I was realizing that I was psychic, when I was in college and I was going to the abandoned insane asylums with my very good friend Doobie and our other friends. He would put me in a salt circle and I would just cross souls over. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. And I'd just suddenly be channeling because I didn't know I had the gifts and I didn't know how to wield them yet. So I would just suddenly start channeling because the energy at this places was so crazy. And then I'd cross souls over. And so it's one of the gifts I've had for many, many years. And I'm like, why don't I do this? Like, why don't I have this offered on my site? So, but then probably by the end of the weekend, because I have time this weekend to update the site, I will have an option to help cross people over. So if you have an animal or a loved one or really anyone who you think is passing away. So the way we did it for Sasha was her grandmother was not doing good and she had to take a plane to get to her grandmother. So we did this whole spell where it helped her to get a last minute flight, get there before she passed, and be able to say goodbye while she was there. Say goodbye, like get there to say goodbye while she was still alive. And then she crossed over like shortly after Sasha and her family members arrived. So it's like we can do things like that. If you have someone who's like you think is getting ready to cross over, we can do that. If someone has already passed away, if it was like a freak accident or an untimely death or something like that, we can go in and get them and make sure that they are crossed over and that their soul is freed from wherever it may be stuck. Yeah, so that's going to be something I'm offering on the website. I also wanted to see if this is something you guys would be interested in. I've gotten really into subliminals recently, and I also have for many years been into EMF tapping. If you don't know what EMF tapping is, it is like used for trauma survivors. You do tapping on like certain parts of your body, here, here, here. Like there are all these different parts of your body that activate your parasympathetic nervous system so that you can process certain upsetting events or even process old thought patterns. So like I'm doing EMF tapping right now to process the belief system I have around men and relationships due to my suffering that I've experienced in abusive relationships, because unfortunately, I have never really had a positive relationship. Most of my relationships have ended poorly, or most of them honestly have been abusive. So I'm doing EMF tapping to reactivate my parasympathetic nervous system and shift my inner belief around what relationships are, not based on what I've experienced, but based on what I deserve. And so I'm doing that like right now, and I have the skills and the understanding of it. So I was like, why don't I start offering this to people if like people want it? We did it on Coven and people really liked it. It's really relaxing. So I wanted to see if people wanted me to offer that on my website, where it's like what I would do is like whatever intention you come in with. So like if you're intending to lose weight, if you're intending to kind of move houses, like whatever your intention is, basically it's like I will create a mood board, because you guys know I love my mood boards. I love Pinterest. I love my mood boards. I will create a mood board for you. I will create a private playlist on YouTube for you of different subliminals that you can listen to reprogram your mind. I will create a journal prompt for you, and I will also record a video of EMF tapping that you can follow along with and do this, and I'll just basically tell you like how to use it once you get it. And I could even do like music playlists as well, like basically all of this would be channeled. So you give me what intention you want to set, and then I channel these sources for you. So that's if you feel like that's not something you can do yourself. I would really like, hey Lise, I would really like to be able to offer that for people. So let me check the chat, and then we will finish up my announcements. All open orders are going out tomorrow, everybody. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, moderators. I just signed up for your website. I had forgotten you switched. I plan to join Coven when I have the funds. Yay, cool. Thank you. Wow, Dutch, I'd be too scared at that age. Wait, about what? I forgot what I was talking about. To go and cross people over. The way I describe it is I was looking for spirituality in all the wrong places. So like I knew I had gifts. I didn't know how to activate them, but I knew that they turned on like a switch when I went to these like haunted places. So I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I didn't know how to use it. I just knew that being an open vessel, when I would walk onto these like abandoned insane asylum, these haunted graveyards, I would go to all these fucking haunted places, and it would just turn me on, and I start channeling, and now I'm crossing people over, and now we're seeing faces in the window, and then now they're banging on us from inside the doors of the abandoned building. And it was like I didn't know how, like I said, I was looking for spirituality in all the wrong places, because the internet, when I was in college, like when I was like 18, the internet was not what it was today. Like you had to still like type shit in, like you like with MySpace and like coding and shit like that. And then also like if you wanted spiritual information, you had to go to like I would have to go to these like spiritual stores, and I would just be at the stores with Doobie and sometimes other friends. We'd be there for like 4 hours just like talking to the owners of the store. And people would come in and out, and we'd wait, and then we'd finish our conversation with them. And they were so generous and so kind to us, and they would just like speak to us because we were hungry for spiritual knowledge. And basically you had to go find the elders to like give you that spiritual knowledge. And the person I'm particularly thinking of is Laura from, I think it's called Talisman and Cauldron now, but at the time it was just Talisman here in Connecticut. She was so kind, so generous with us. I'm just like covered in chills right now because Doobie's like, I love Laura. But yeah, we would just sit there for hours and she would just tell us things because she was just so generous and kind. But so yeah, we'd go hunting for like information and experiences, and yeah, so that was how you did it back then, before any the YouTube and TikTok and all the spiritualists that are at your fingertips now. I'm def a Pinterest girly. I love making collages and mood boards for manifesting. Me too. Will the services be available on the website soon? Yes. Hey, Autumn. Hey, girl. Nice to see you. Yeah, this weekend, I've been a little busy this week, with nannying, and so it was a tough day nannying yesterday, guys. Not because of the kids. The kids are great, but they have an elderly dog, and, I love him. He's 14, he's a big dog, and he's starting to have some really serious health issues, and so he was having some health issues yesterday, and it was just breaking my heart. If you want to pray for him, his name is Madden, but he's such a good boy. I love him so much. And it's just hard, it's hard, like, when you're with that happens with animals, right? Like, they only live a certain amount. It's inevitable. Like, he lived a long, happy, healthy life. He's a rescue, so like living to 14 as a big dog is like huge anyway. And it's like, as my mom said when I was really suffering, dealing with all the death over the last 2 years, she said, Nikki, death is the price of life, and that's just how it is. So it was a tough day yesterday, and then I had Coven and stuff, so I haven't really had all the time to get everything up on the website. I will have everything up by Sunday, okay? If anyone is interested. Can you talk about Mercury retrograde? I don't really want to get too much into that right now, but maybe I can do that in like a reading. Maybe I can do something like that in a reading, because I just kind of want to finish up my announcements and then get back into it. What I will say is be really careful driving, because I've seen so many pop tires, I've seen so many accidents, I've seen so much road rage. So my biggest advice this Mercury retrograde is to fucking pray. Pray before you get in the car to whoever you pray to, and protect yourself, and don't flip the person. Here's what I started doing. When people are really rude to me on the road, I started secretly flipping them off. I know it's really lame and like loser-like, but there's been 3 shootings in Connecticut in the last couple months because of road rage, and then I actually think I caught it on camera. I haven't downloaded the video yet, so I don't know, but I was driving, and a woman literally slammed on her brakes, swung her door open like a psychopath, and got out to start screaming at the car behind her and posturing at her, being like, why the fuck are you on my ass, blah, blah, blah. Like crazy. Like, people in Connecticut are crazy. I mean, people everywhere are crazy, but they're really crazy on the roads here. And apparently Joe Rogan says that Connecticut is like all highways, because I don't know, I guess it is. I don't really know, but so just think of all the road rage we can have when it's all highways. But that is my advice this Mercury retrograde, is fucking pray before you get. Here's what I say. I say Jesus or Shiva or whoever I'm talking to, Ma Kali, Aset, whoever. I say, please protect me from demonic NPCs who want to hit me with their car, or want me to hit them with my car. So, or want to hit my car. So be very specific. Like, please, whoever, protect me from demonic NPCs, because it's like these people, they're not okay. Like, they're not okay. And they're literally shooting people over road rage. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy person behavior. They're literally slamming on their brakes in the middle of the road so they can swing their door open and posture at someone and almost get killed. Like, say your prayers, set your intentions before you drive carefully, and like, watch out when you're on the highway. Like I said, so many pop tires, so many random like breakdowns, because Mercury retrograde deals with travel. And what I've seen this Mercury retrograde is an extreme hostile environment on the roads. So that's my advice for you, this Mercury retrograde. And then, okay, no more messages. Let me get to this. And if you want any of the old members playlists, so like, let's say you didn't sign up to be a member for October, but you're like, something is like calling me to that October playlist, email me through the site and I'll give it to you for $8.88. So you can either sign up like, right, like for the subscription and the membership for $5.55, and you're automatically, you know, getting it after your payment goes through. But if you're like, I don't really feel called to sign up for a membership, I'm just, that September playlist is like really screaming my name, then just email me. And if you send me the, you can send me the money, and then I'll send you the link. And then you're not roped into a subscription, but you also get access to what it is that you feel called to have access to. And then lastly, I think, like I said, I'm going to be doing a members extended later, probably 2, honestly. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the Quantum Leap Clean Sweep. So we're doing it again, guys. The Quantum Leap Clean Sweep is so intense. Like, we did it in, I think it was April, and then we did it again in July, and now I want to do it again for the 11/11 portal. The best way I can describe myself right now is if you're on a lazy river and you're just like being taken by the current, but instead of a lazy river, it's like going warp speed. And so I realize like it's like that because I'm quantum leaping like so hard over these last few months, and like every time I do the Quantum Leap Clean Sweep, like it completely shifts my reality. And then I'm like wondering, like, why is time moving so fast? It's like, oh yeah, because I'm like quantum leaping like a motherfucker. So that is up on the website. If you want to join the Quantum Leap Clean Sweep, there is a Crossroads offering, Italian cord cutting ritual, traditional Italian magic. And then there is also a meditation that we do with Clement and Doobie, where we go to the Hall of Doors and Mirrors and Stairs, and we fucking pick our new timeline. It's really intense. If you want to see the mood board, that's on my community posts. It's a very trippy, right? And like you might notice if you have the eye for it, like I do, that some of the symbolism mirrors some of the Masonic symbolism, and I truly believe that's because I've always felt, and I've dedicated my life to taking back stolen symbolism. I've always felt that the Masons have stolen positive symbolism and used it for their evil deeds and crimes against humanity. And so I imagine through their MK Ultra programming, where they fragment people's minds with acid like LSD, which is all proven, you can go look it up. It was all the Nazi doctors that never actually had the Nuremberg trials. Like apparently that wasn't even fucking real, and they just brought them over here to America for Project Paperclip so that they could use the Nazi experimentation on their citizens through MK Ultra. Call Me Chris did an amazing video breaking down how MK Ultra negatively affected American citizens, and she's awesome. She's got like a huge platform. I will try to link it below after, but yeah, so if you're interested in that, she's funny, so she like shares the information while also cracking a lot of jokes. But yeah, a lot of the Masonic stuff is connected to the MK Ultra, like trauma-based mind control. A lot of us are starting to remember the GATE program as well, the Gifted and Talented Children program. I feel like I want to do a reading or a channeling on that soon, if that's something you guys are interested in, because I was definitely in the GATE program along with many others like myself, right, who are gifted, right, like not just gifted with like intelligence, but like gifted like psychic abilities and things like that. Like Candace Owens was recently talking about how she believes that standardized testing is used so that they can keep track of like who has a high intelligence level and gifts, so that the government can use it to their benefit and try to recruit you before you basically create a movement yourself. But yeah, so you might notice, that was getting a little off tangent, but you might notice that some of the symbolism I'm using with like the stairs and the mirrors and the checkered floors, like it does mirror some of the Masonic imagery and rituals. But I just want you to know that everything that we do, we take back stolen symbolism. The same way Hitler stole the swastika from Hinduism and turned it into something purely evil, we are taking back our symbols that have been stolen from us, and we are using them in Christ consciousness, in the light of God frequency as you perceive God. And I will guide you, like that's why I do the guided meditation, because I don't want you going into any timelines or places that are bad, like that are negative, that are opportunistic, that are Seven of Swords frequency. Like one of the girls who did it she was being stalked by Lucifer for a while, and I was having to do a lot of work on her to get him off of her, and he tried to infiltrate the meditation, and she almost like went into this bad room that he was like trying to coax her in, but Kali Ma literally like took her out of that situation and made it so that she didn't go in that timeline. So that's why it's like that's why I have the meditation and I give the information in email so that nobody has negative experiences like that, because these things can always be twisted for evil. They can always be used against us within false consent and non-informed consent. So anyway, if you like the mood board, if you feel like it's something that could help you, definitely check it out. See if it's up like your cup of tea. I have a little picture of Alice in Wonderland in there, so cup of tea. And then if you've already done it and you want to boost it, email me through the website and just tell me, hey Nikki, like I want to boost the cord cutting, and then I'll give you the price for the booster, because it's not, you don't have to pay the whole like full-on price, because you already paid for the meditation, you already paid for like the big spell. So I will give you a price according to the boost that you need. And you can boost both. You can boost the cord cutting and the crossroads, or you can boost one. That's up to you. Now, if that's not something you can afford right now, because I know not everybody can afford something like that, if you still want to join us for the 11/11 offering and spell that we are doing, you can email me and through the website. I'm like a broken record. You can email me through the website and ask me to do a petition burn for you of your choice, which will be $33.33, and I will craft a petition for you. I will anoint it and activate it, and then I will burn it for you at the Crossroads Cemetery while I'm giving my other offerings for the Quantum Leap Clean Sweep. So that's all my stuff for today. I was like, this is gonna be so fast. It's fucking 45 minutes. It wasn't fast, but I guess it's better than other times. Everybody take a drink. Quantum Leap Clean Sweep is up on the site. I'm doing a Femme Fatale ritual at the end of November. That's up on the site. Yeah. And then, like I said, all my other links are in the description of my channel description. What? I was in a gifted program too. It was called MGM, Mentally Gifted Minds. What the fuck? Yeah, I want to do a reading on that, because too many of us were targeted individuals as children. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely remember to check out the reading I just posted, and members, keep an eye on the playlist for the readings that I'm going to post later tonight. And yeah, I love you guys, and yeah, check the community posts if you're interested in that kind of stuff. So thanks for being here, guys. It was fun. No trolls. So refreshing, because we did it horizontal. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. And yeah, take really good care. Be healthy, be safe, and I love you. Bye.